Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, you'll learn about the comparative form of adjectives. Let's have a look at the lesson program. You'll learn about the way the comparative form of adjectives is formed, their functions, which means the reasons or situations in which the comparative form is used, their spelling rules, and a short grammar test. So let's see how the comparative form of adjectives is formed. When you use a one-syllable adjective, you need to add er to the adjective. One-syllable adjectives are also called short adjectives. Let's have a look at the example. We have this adjective, cheap. It is a one-syllable adjective, so you add er, cheaper, and in this case you form its comparative form. Example, this bike is certainly cheaper. When you use so-called long adjectives, which means adjectives that have two or more syllables, you need to use more, and the adjective remains unchanged. For example, expensive, more expensive. This bike is more expensive. Sometimes, when you need to say that someone or something has a low quality or characteristic, you use less. Fast food is less healthy than vegetables. In this sentence, as well, when you use less before the adjective remains the same. There are also irregular adjectives. They have their specific fixed form in the comparative form of the adjective. The adjective good, its comparative form is better. Bad, worse. Far, you can use both farther and further. And little, the comparative form is less. So now let's see in which situations the comparative form of adjectives is used. It is used to make comparisons. For example, they need a bigger house, so we compare. This school is better, but it is more expensive. We do not compare two objects, situations, or people. We only or simply make a comparison. Sometimes you need to compare one thing with another. Compare two things, two objects, two people. In this case, you need to add than. For example, this school is more expensive than that one. Another example, the new book is more interesting than the old one. So as you can see in the first example, we compare two schools. In the second example, we compare two books. So let's continue. Sometimes the comparative form of adjectives is used to define how something changes. In this case, you need to add and. For example, the prices are getting higher and higher. Or the boy is growing taller and taller. Let's continue with the following adjectives: clever, narrow, quiet, shallow, simple. These adjectives can have their comparative form using both ending er and more. So you can say both, for example, a simpler example, or you can also say a more simple example. The same is valid for the following for the other adjectives mentioned here. Now let's continue with the spelling rules. As you can see, the first adjective is easy. When the adjective ends in the letter Y, this letter changes to I. before the ending er. So you have easy, easier. You do not have this letter y anymore. It is transformed, changed into ier. If the adjective ends in the letter e, as in this example, in this adjective wide, you need to add only the letter r. Wide, wider, because there is already the letter e. Okay, let's have a look at the adjective thin. When the adjective ends in vowel plus consonant, vowel I, consonant N, as in the adjective thin, you need to double this consonant, the last consonant. Thin, thinner. But be careful, if the adjective has two vowel letters before the final consonant, as in the adjective cheap, we have these two vowels, EA, and then the final consonant P. In this case, you do not double the consonant. Or the adjective new, you do not double this letter W. New, newer. So these are the basic spelling rules to form the comparative adjectives. Now let's continue with the short grammar test. So the first sentence is, your idea is, in brackets you can see the adjective good, then he's one. And you have two choices, better or best. What's your opinion? What is the correct answer in this case, in this sentence? The correct answer is, your idea is better than his one. When you see this word then, it means that you need to use the comparative form of an adjective. And in this case, the comparative form is better. Let's continue with the second example. The new password is, we have this adjective safe, then the old one. And there are two choices as well. Safer with double E or safer with one E. What is the correct answer? What's your opinion? The correct answer is, the new password is safer than the old one with one E, because the adjective safe ends in the letter E. That's why you need only to add the letter R. Safe, safer. Let's have a look at the last example, at the last sentence. Her house is, the adjective far, than their house. Which is the correct answer? Farthest or farther? The correct answer is, her house is farther than their house. Farther is the comparative form of an adjective, not farthest, because as I have already mentioned, when you see this word then, it means that you need to use the comparative form of an adjective. That was all for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.